Chad from Wilson.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Well, nice to meet you. Thanks for your time. This is how I roll. Nice little scribble. These are mainly just talking points.
Okay.
You're not gonna. Well, I'm gonna start off with a really random one. You're from Detroit, all you guys?
Yep. Everybody lives there.
Okay. Now, I assume you've been there a while.
Detroit proper. I was born in Port Huron, Michigan, which is like 45 minutes.
Okay, but the area.
Yeah.
All right. You remember, I don't know, 5-6 years ago when the Silver Dome went on sale?
Yeah.
It was like for $500,000, you know, which for something like that would be crazy. I don't know, if I would live, because I lived here and I was like, I would like to, well, imagine what you could fucking do with that thing.
Yeah, man. That's the thing about Detroit, especially 5 years ago. Because in the past 5 years, our economy has started writing a road record about it. It's coming up. The upheaval is there. So 5 years ago, you'd read all these things in the news, and we still have that stigma. Like the Silver Dome's for sale for $500,000. That's it. That's crazy. And some dude like from I don't know, I think Canada bought it and tried to make it into a soccer thing or something like that.
Yeah, I read some of the details. It would have been cooler if it would have just been some random guy that had nothing but just like free money and time.
It should have been Bakko.
Yeah. Yeah, there's something stupid like that. Yeah. I don't know,
It's some sort of fantastic place that you can go
or
check
someone
out.
like you who has like I don't know, a rich family but wants to do this band, and then they practice in the Silver Dome.
I wish I had a rich family that I could do that, but yeah, the multi-uses that could be pulled out of that facility are definitely long.
Chop it up into rehearsal rooms and
You can make it into all sorts of stuff.
Whatever. So Detroit's kind of on the rise, you're saying, I guess.
Oh yeah, man. If you were like that period of time in particular, you know, it was when we went publicly bankrupt as a city.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to build new, you have to burn it with fire, you know, whatever it is. So like to see all the crazy shit in the news and the upheaval of what's going on, us as Detroiters, I mean, there's an energy there that doesn't necessarily. It's not that it doesn't exist anywhere else in the world. It's just like we have such a microscope on us as a culture, as a city, from the rest of the world. Like, look at this crazy bombed out place that like everybody evacuated. They're going, it's the murder capital of the world, of the United States, and all this shit. But us as people in there, we have a different story because we're fighting every single day for survival. And within that fight, we've built an incredible story. You know, like each person has their own individual way of dealing with the circumstances that they're under, and being resilient. Tonight we call them underdogs, or people who get cast aside, like they're never going to make it.
Is that why it's a dog on the cover?
It's representing our people.
Nice. What now? Was it somebody you guys took the picture, or where did you get it? We're talking about the album cover, Bright to Rise, by the way.
The dog was a stray dog. There was another thing in the news for a while that had like
we're right under the stage a bit.
There had we had a massive news story about like packs of random stray dogs running rampant in the streets of Detroit. You know, homeless people everywhere, and buildings, homes disheveled and destroyed, and the Packard plant looks like a nuclear bomb hit it and all this stuff. Well, that dog in particular was a leader of one of those packs of dogs.
Wow.
I had a girlfriend and some friends. And my buddy is an incredible photographer by the name of...
Was her name Candy?
This dude by the name of Joe Gall is an incredible photographer, and he represents our city pretty well in the media. He was following the dog, took photos of it, and when we were coming across to make the record, we called the dog Dodo. Different many things. There's Satan is really what it was called, because it does like this upside, like naturally an upside down cross on his chest. But it kind of embodied the idea. What this dog had to do every single day in his life was wake up homeless, find something to eat, provide for his family because he's got a pack of dogs, and provide a food for them to eat, and then survive that whole entire day just to find another place to fall asleep that night to keep himself safe and warm from the outside.
And that kind of is like a symbol,
Yeah.
the symbol of kind of what you're writing about there in the city itself.
Yeah.
All right. Let me back up a little bit. Full scale fuckery.
Full
blast fuckery. All right. There was a couple songs on there that I want to talk. I just heard that record 2 days ago.
Oh yeah.
Who are the Viking Pussies?
When we were doing the record, we were doing it with this dude Steve Evitz, and we were talking about Nazi punks fuck off. Like we were just talking about this movement of things that were that happened. When we wrote this song, we originally wanted a 46-second banger to open up the record. Like, never heard of our band before. Here's something fucking in your face.
Man, that would have worked.
And he was doing a lot of stuff with Dillinger Escape Plan. He did all the records and stuff. So he had a good grip of what we were looking to do. And I just wrote down on our, because a lot of those songs on the record were working titles that we just decided to not change. And Biking Pussies.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of the choruses don't really touch on the title.
Yeah, no. So Biking Pussies Fuck Off, that was like a
All right. I thought maybe, because you're Minnesota Vikings, Detroit Lions.
Okay,
Some asshole fans leaving that Silverdome.
No, but
I didn't get it after listening to it. I was like, well, probably nothing like that, but you never know. All right, where are the other? Oh, Snake Eyes. I love that tune. I really don't get that. That's like in my whatever Chris Farley kind of question. That was great.
It was great.
And I like it.
Do you remember when you were in the Beatles?
And I Can Beat Your Dad is another one. I just the lyrics to that, I don't know. They're just too.
Have you seen the movie Fear?
Yeah.
That's what that song is. It's basically like that character.
So you're Marky Mark's character?
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh my god. Alright, well you're 5 dudes with big dicks and beards. How does your van smell? Oh, you have a van too.
Yeah.
What did you have first? The big dicks, the beards, or the van?
I think the big dicks grew a little bit more when we started sleeping harder in the van. The van is an asshole, man.
Yeah.
It smells like an asshole, feels like an asshole. Actually, I don't know what an asshole feels like. Well, actually, I do. But it smells like an asshole, and it treats you like an asshole. It's definitely the bane of my existence. We're typically following bus tours in the van, so like overnight drives and lots of like situations where like, we drive ourselves and that sort of thing.
Same van that you had here a couple months ago? And
Yeah.
For the whole tour so far?
Yeah, we've had that van for 4 years now.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's only 200,000 miles on it. Bought brand new.
Okay. How do you like working with Razor and Ty?
Love it. They've been nothing but peaches to us.
One of my favorites, as far as on this end, I deal with Carrie typically. I don't know if you know
yeah, Carrie.
Very responsive. Wendy helped this set up, but
Wendy
shops
Carrie.
out there. So Right to Rise, where did you guys record it? I guess I don't have the physical copy. I got the digital.
The record was recorded in Atlanta with
Uh-huh.
our producer. We recorded the majority of it in 3 different places. In Atlanta, we recorded the drums at a studio called Glow in the Dark. We recorded everything pretty much else at Johnny's home studio. Johnny Andrews is a producer, and then we rented a house on an Airbnb in this area called Stone Mountain, where we stayed for 2 months when we were finishing writing the record and recording. We did a lot of the demoing and even some of the soundscape stuff inside of that house.
So was it still all kind of a compact time?
We had done writing stuff or in between tours where we would go up north. Kyle's family owned this cabin up there, and we would go up there and didn't have running water at the time when we were there. So we'd go up there as the 5 of us, old school wise, set up the shit in the living room and just jam for 6 days. Just try to come up with things that felt right, that we knew that we were going to feel right playing them live before we went into the studio to record. And that's pretty much what we did in the house too in Atlanta. Is let's make sure that we can play this the correct way, and that this is going to come across in a live setting before we go and record something that's not going to be able to produce live.
Right. So Wilson is the name of the best man in my wedding. It's named for volleyball, and it's Tom Cruise's buddy, or Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah, sorry.
Mr. Wilson, Dennis the Menace.
So why is it the name of your band?
So about 6 years ago when the band started, Jason was going to college in East Lansing at Michigan State University, and we started the band as a way to get free beer. We played in other bands and stuff like that and toured, and at the time even Jason just got out of another band where he was touring all the time, and I just got out of another band where I was touring all the time. So it was never really let's start this band and go back on the road and try to do this for real. It was hey, let's have some fun. So at one of these parties that we weren't planning, his buddy's hey, I heard you guys got a band. We need a band to play this house party because that's what we want to do. Sick. Just give us unlimited cake beer or whatever. He's I need a name for the flyer, and Jace was put Wilson on it, man. And then we played that show, played some more shows. I wasn't even in the band at the time. I came in shortly thereafter, so they played a few shows as Wilson, and then I booked them because that's what I want to do as a job. And also I book bands. And
Still?
Yeah.
No.
So I work from the road, but. So I booked them and I saw them and I was like, shit, you guys are awesome. I got this other show you guys are playing. And like, man, our singers aren't going to play with us anymore. They're just, you know, this isn't a serious thing for us. I was like, I'll fucking do it, you know. And they're, you know, like, okay, glad I come from other bands. Maybe they knew each other from that. And I was like, all right, well, let's do it. So we just kept playing. We kept the name Wilson, and then flash forward 6 years later, it was too late, you know. So we're fucking Wilson, man. You know, whatever.
Have you guys done anything with Bobaflex?
Not this band, but my old band to play with him a few times.
Marty from Bobaflex, I was talking to him, and he was the one who told me about you. And literally, like 2 days later, in my inbox, I think probably from Carrie, was your guys' new record.
Oh, that's cool.
And I was like, well, it was almost like, because it was like I'd never heard of Wilson before.
Yeah.
Because I told them I was going to see with Crowbot. That's what it was, and then whatever. I've heard the record. It's fucking phenomenal.
Thanks, man.
As it stands, there's still a few months left in the year, so I might change my opinion. But right now, it's my favorite release of the year, and I think it's been a great year for rock and roll.
Yeah, it's been great.
But man, what a balls out album. It's got to be fun to tour.
It is, man. You know, we play every show. It's the last time we're going to play a show. So that, I mean, that's just kind of what we built the foundation of the band on. So the idea of us playing this record every single night is just a big, huge honor for us. We just love it. And we're able to what we're able to create in those rooms, like I said, and we're writing, we're able to do in front of people, and it feels good.
You gonna play Windows Down tonight?
Yes. That's my favorite.
That's mine too. I think. Well, it's difficult though. As I get deeper into it, you know, next song, it really is that good. I'm sucking this guy's metaphorical dick right now.
I came like 6 times.
Yes. I reviewed your record for Decibel Geek too, and the comment I made in there was that ever since I've listened to it, I haven't been constipated, and I thought I'd tell you that it's stayed true. So, coincidence or not, I haven't had any days without good solid craps.
Well, it's far out of here, man.
Anything you'd like to end on? I mean, you're doing your best to help save rock and roll, which is a cause I'm big behind.
I mean, that's the ethos of the band, man. And you know, check us out if you're just hearing about the band, or you're on the fence. If you go to our website, I'm pretty sure that there's a picture of boobs on the website. Everybody loves boobs. And you can find that at www.wilsonIsaband.com.
Well, fucking A, thanks. Nice meeting you. I'm really looking forward to the show tonight because I'm a little bummed I missed it last time. But
I'm appreciative to have you here, man. That's fucking awesome.
All right.
Cool, man.
Have a good show.
Hey, thanks, man.